The modern US Army is down bad, as the zombie virus has gained so much momentum that it is beyond their realm of control. And now, 10 million zombies currently pressure them from all sides. They've had to continuously retreat backwards to new fronts until finally, they cannot retreat any longer. They stand at an ancient mountain fortress, with the remainder of their men and their technology at their disposal. But will it be enough? With only 100,000 troopers at their disposal, the modern US Army is in for a rough time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what other Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 scenarios would you like to see in the future. Either way, let's get into this thing. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, lads, let's go ahead and press start right here, and the US Army begins to defend against the massive horde of zombies coming for them. Now, over on this side, we have a small little rock wall defense that we're going to be rocking with a ton of M4 troopers spamming out some fire, and these guys look fan-frickin-tastic here. All these models, I believe, were imported by Jamie D, so huge shout out to him. We've also got some HMG trucks behind them right there. These guys have very, very powerful machine guns on top of them. They're a little bit more cartoony than the rest of the US Army, but they're kind of the only thing close to a Humvee that I could actually find in the game, and I wanted to include some type of lighter weaponry for the US Army to be utilizing. As you can see, a lot of these are hazmat zombies. There are some military zombies out there, which are some of the more hardcore units that we're gonna have to be dealing with during this here battle. But then there's also some weaker zombies too that can be shot in 1 or 2 times and dropped. So while there are some seriously powerful zombies, there are also some seriously not powerful zombies to balance all of that out. On top of just infantry, we also have Apache helicopters up here, which you can see the fire dropping down from them and shooting out against the enemy there. It's a weird little thing that happens with these. You can see like their bombs fall straight down and then the projectiles shoot outwards. Although I think they're all reloading right now. But yeah, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, super glitchy game, so it is a little bit of a wild ride seeing some of the ways animations are cooked up by modders here. But either way, these guys are a very welcome source for the US Army. They're not indestructible. A lot of people think that because they're flying, they are indestructible. But actually, they have a very, very small hitbox down here where actually you can see the fire getting shot from them. And that right there is where the zombies can melee them. Although they do have a lot of health, and I think it's a little bit harder for the zombies to hit them over there. Now, these zomboys are coming on up the mountain now, starting to chew through some of the US Army soldiers over here big time. Also, over this way, we have a small ramp entrance and some AC-130s over here. These AC-130s have Gatling guns ready to fire out, and very similar thing to the Apache helicopters. Their shots actually originate from down below them, and they have actually some pretty beefy hitboxes here, so you can see the zombies attacking said hitboxes from down below, and it looks like they actually killed one of them already, and yeah, that one goes static right there. The others are still alive, and they are spamming out that Gatling gun fire, probably getting a decent number of kills from it as well. I mean, these are some seriously powerful ships right here that will definitely be getting some Very nice kills. Now up here we have another footpath the zombies can take, and up this way we have some of the cavalry, baby. That's right, M1 Abrams being defended with some shotgun troopers for that close quarters combat. And these Abrams have extremely good armor with them, so they're going to be a very likely candidate to hold out for a very long time. And there's about 50 of them on the battlefield, although I will say a lot of them got cut off by these rocks and things like that, so maybe only like 40 or so of them actually spawned in. In addition that, the 10 million zombies, I think only about 9 million actually spawned in because these massive rocks here prevented a lot of them from spawning, which kind of sucks. We do have some nukes over here, some ICBM missiles. Well, I guess missiles is a little bit redundant because it's intercontinental ballistic missile, so it's like saying intercontinental ballistic missile. But either way, we got some nukes over there. They're super powerful, but not quite as powerful as the actual nukes in this game, the god power nukes. But they also don't have crazy range, believe it or not, in this game. So them chilling up here means they're not going to shoot for a little while. We've got additional honey badger troopers up there. Over this way, we've got some more M4 troopers. Back here, we should have some sea whizzes, and yes, we do, baby. And I put them here because they're going to be able to use this position basically as a rampart to fire down, although a number of them are just shooting the wall. That's not helpful. Guys, aim a little bit farther out. Other ones, though, are managing to get some serious zombie kills over this way against some military zombies, no less. There are 1 million military zombies, give or take a little bit, on the battlefield, so any amount of kills on them early on is much appreciated. Yes, sirree, Bob. And then, of course, at the very, well, no, wait, we're not going to the very peak just yet, because over here we have marksman shooters, and these guys have great range. They're not quite in range of the enemies down below yet, since they're still a very far distance away, but they should be able to shoot them from pretty far away once the zombies finish off those HMG trucks down below. Now at the top here, we do have a very large final stand group that's currently chilling. They're going to be chilling for a while, but hopefully if the enemy does make it to the very peak there, they'll be able to put up a very nice fight against them. Now, as we can see right now, lines are dwindling over here, and I'm guessing, yep, over here as well. The AC-130s are all dead. The Apache helicopters are still alive, which is good, and still managing to get some fire out. So why don't we time-lapse for a little bit here, as this is going to be a very long battle, and watch those zombies come in and eat away at some of those lines below, and we can watch the Apache helicopters fire in their lasers. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes here. Apaches are actually getting flanked over this way by more zombies that are coming through from this valley, interestingly enough. My cat just walked through a bunch of Legos. That was that rustling noise in the background. HMGs over here are getting overrun over this way. We are seeing additional troopers getting killed. These guys just kind of got squashed, but I mean, they're doing a nice holdout. Currently, there's 7 million zombies remaining. Not too shabby at all, and there's 65,000 military units remaining for the U.S. Army. These troopers over here are still holding out against the zombies on this little ledge type beat over here. And then these M1 Abrams are still doing fantastic. I think once they're flanked on the right side, it'll get a little bit tougher. But for now, they're doing great. And those are the two main entrance points to the actual mountain fortress we've got going on here. These guys, some of them have gotten better aim going, and they're continuing to cook a number of zombies, so we really like to see this. This is good. Not only are they killing a bunch of them, but also the ones that make it away are going to be heavily damaged from the incoming CWIS fire. So it doesn't even matter if they don't kill all of them. As long as they hit them a little bit, it'll be easier for these guys over here to start killing them later on. I think these guys probably won't last too much longer on the battlefield. The Apaches are getting directly attacked now, and these guys are getting flanked in the bumhole, so that's not too good. We do have some of the marksmen getting charged by zombies over this way. These sort of dwindlers down there aren't going to do very well, but I'm hoping these guys up here do a little bit better. Their rate of fire is way slower than I thought. They do have decent range, but I don't know how good their damage is, to be honest. They're not doing super hot right there, to be completely honest with you. It's not looking too grand. Why don't we go over here and we can watch these troopers defending, because I think it'll be really cool to watch the zombies coming on up here. We do have 7.5 million zombies remaining and 64,000 U.S. Army troops remaining. Let's get it. Alright, me boyos. The zombies have taken out about half of these guys at this point. We're at some 7.1 million zombies remaining on the battlefield. 44,800 remaining U.S. Army troopers. So the U.S. Army is down to half. However, they still have some very powerful units left alive, like the Abrams over here haven't budged at all. And then, you know, we've got the nukes up this way. We've got some very tough choke points for later on. I think there will still be good times to be had for the U.S. Army. The Apaches over this way are dead, as well as all of these troopers down here, so rip to them. But the marksmen up here seem to be doing a pretty decent job of holding off the infected hazmat suit zombies from coming and charging on forward over here, which is great. CWISs over this way continue firing downwards, racking up some more kills on the zombies below. So even though we've seen some definitely extreme losses for the U.S. Army here, and less so for the zombies, I think there are greener pastures to be had fairly soon. Why don't we go ahead and watch these tanks defending, and hopefully we get to see the other zombies coming in from the right side once they defeat the guys to the right, which I think will happen probably fairly soon, I would say. Alright, well, this defense is now starting to really hold up. 42,000 U.S. Army soldiers still remaining. They are constantly ticking down, so it's not going to be a forever defense on these positions. Oh, especially here. Look at this. The zombies are just about done with these fellas. They're just about to tear the last of them to shreds. Whew, that could very well impact this quite poorly. U.S. Army might have some serious trouble over here soon. 6.3 million zombies remaining, so almost 3 million have bit the dust at this point, which is crazy. I am wondering if, like, the nukes are firing now? That the zombies are so close over there? Again, very hard to tell. I just can't. These zombies are going to a dead end because the developers forgot to add this little cliffside entranceway over here, and then they never patched it. So maybe it was on purpose. I don't know. It feels like they clearly meant to, but oh well. Maybe these are firing? I honestly don't know. On the opposite side, the Sea Whizzes over here continue to juice up some of these military zombies. Continue to get very nice kills on them. That's what we like to see, baby. Yes, sir. Keep weakening some of the strongest zombies out there, and we should be Gucci. Over here, marksmen are still shredding these zombies, which is great. They have not given up like an inch of ground over here. They're still clobbering the enemy that are coming forward. Beautiful, baby. That's what we like. And then over these away, are these guys almost dead? These guys are almost dead. Very, very close. They've done a nice holdout here. They've definitely killed a lot of zombies in the process, but eventually all these guys are going to have to die. Well, unless they hard stop them and get the W, but that seems difficult. We do still have some U.S. Army troops like up here that will continue to fire in. They might get a kill or two here or there, but really they won't be super effective. But hey, we'll take it, you know, anything to dwindle the zombies as much as possible. Last stand, hoorah, up this way of these troopers. They're going down with a fight, and that's what we like to see, baby. 42,000 U.S. Army soldiers remain as another group ends up biting the dust here, and there we go. Now the zombies have defeated them, and they start heading up. Alright, so now these next U.S. Army soldiers up here are going to be in for not a treat. This is going to be rough. And here we go. Now the zombies start going in there and tearing to shreds some of those guys. We do still have Abrams there, including one directly in the zombies' path right there. So I'm hoping that will make a difference and slow them down even further. But let's continue to watch here as the zombies take on more U.S. Army troopers. Whew, we're just getting started, baby. Okay, the Abrams up here have started to take a few losses and their infantry around them, but overall they're still holding pretty decently. 5.7 million zombies still remain. A little bit of damage to these fellas over here, although nothing too major. They're still holding up pretty nicely. We just witnessed another death. Oh lord. And then up this way, Sea Whizzes still doing great. And those are kind of the two fronts at the moment. Over here and the other side over there. That's it. This is where everything's going down. We only got two sides. I suppose we should watch this side for a wee bit longer. Governor. Oh. All right, yeah, let's watch these guys as the zombies come on in. Yes, sir. 5.7 million zombies remain. 40,000 modern army soldiers remain. This has been going on for about 3 hours now, I believe. Alright guys, a short time lapse later this time because not much is really changing here. We're still at 5.4 million zombies remaining and 40,181 US Army troops remaining. we're kind of at a little bit of a stalemate right now between the two, with losses for both going on, but not a lot of ground changing. So why don't we go ahead and just let this ride for a little bit, and I'll be back in maybe like half an hour just to check in on it and see what happens. It is getting a little bit late, and this is definitely one I'm going to have to play overnight for us, because it's going to be a doozy, a long one. So let's go ahead and skip ahead maybe like a half an hour to see what happens. All right, lads. Oh, lag. Oh my. Why do we have a lag spike all of a sudden? It wasn't laggy when I pressed record. Hold on. Okay, it's still laggy. I mean, it's not horrible. It's like 14 FPS, but it's not the crisp 40 FPS we were getting before. Let me try minimizing and reopening, because sometimes that helps with the lag. Okay, that did seem to help. Does it hold up? Yes, it does. Okay, great. Yes, we are at 30 FPS, which is not as good as the 40 we were getting, but it's better than the 14 or whatever we are getting. So I will take it. We are at 5.1 million remaining zombies. They've been slower to die now as we lost, our Gatling guns of the AC-130s, the Apache helis, etc. So, they are dying a little bit slower, but still they are dying, and that's what really matters here. Both sides still holding up where they were at, and there's about 39,000 remaining U.S. Army troops. Once again, getting a little bit of a lag spike. Oh, over here it's better. Maybe it depends on where we're watching. That could be it. Let's check out over here, though, real quick. The Sea Whizzes, yep, still firing away. You know what? We haven't time-lapsed these boys. It's not the most exciting time-lapse, but it could be kind of cool to watch them shred zombies down below. So let's time-lapse this for a little bit and check back in on it. Alright boys, it's been, more lag, a while longer, and these things continue to rip. We're at 4.9 million remaining zombies, so less than half of them currently remain, and less than half of the U.S. Army remains. Though the U.S. Army is taking far fewer losses now as time goes on, they're really managing to hold this bottom tier here and over here. So maybe we will have ourselves a swifter victory than I first imagined. What I'm going to do is put this into slow-mo here, like so. So you can see it's at like a quarter speed of what it normally is. And I'm just going to let this ride overnight. So about 8 hours until I get up in the morning, because I want to go to bed. It's late now. And when I get up, I will instantly come here, start recording again, and we will see where we are at. So in terms of real time, only probably like 2 hours will pass, but in real life, 8 hours will pass, because this is about a quarter speed or so. So I don't expect the battle to be over, but I mean, could be wrong. Maybe either the zombies end up absolutely dominating and tear through the remaining U.S. forces, or maybe the U.S. forces hold out and the zombies die off quicker than I thought. But I still think the battle will likely be going on. Hopefully, I guess you guys will know in literally 1 millisecond. All right, boys, it's the next day. Oh, God, lag. Okay, we're good. All right, so 8 hours have passed. I just woke up, went straight to the computer, and looks like the body piles are pretty major over here. We still have 37,000 modern U.S. Army units remaining on the battlefield, and 2.3 million zombies. So the zombies aren't out of this yet. They've lost, what, like another 2 million? Can't remember exactly what number we were at before, but yeah, I think another 2 million. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, that's the power of the military zombies. If they reach you, they're gonna bite you bigly. Bigly. So we've got multiple losses up here now, but still, modern U.S. Army going very, very strong. Sea Whizzes have gone quiet over here due to the fact that all the zombies in this area are gone, but we can now see the killing fields that they have created, and they got probably at least 100,000 kills, if not actually way more than that. Yeah, maybe like 3 to 400,000? That's a lot of dead zombies. All of this had to have been them. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, baby. However, it seems like right now the zombie army still has a chance, although it is slimming by the hour, I will say. So why don't we go ahead and time-lapse right here, watch the zombies come in, watch the defenders holding out. Alright, about 20 minutes have gone by, and there's still 1.8 million zombies remaining and 36,000 defenders. A little bit of these guys have gone down, not too crazy. We do actually have Sea Whizzes now, able to fire from the top of the mountain downward, which is pretty nice backup there. Over here, actually, M1 Abrams getting pushed backwards pretty heartily. Look at this. Oh my gubernatorial. I'm wondering if these have fired recently. I don't know. My cats are fighting in the background. Very fun. Why don't we go ahead and watch this angle now, because this could be a development. I mean, probably what's happening, yeah, M1 Abrams are getting pushed off the cliff, and then they get just surrounded by the horde down there and die, and that exposes the top bit over here to a lot more pressure. So I think that's what's happening. Let's watch this. Okay, we do have a development here, as the zombies have made it up to the nukes now. It just took the last of those Abrams getting pushed down here for them to finally push through. This one's still alive, it's just in a place that it's kind of stuck, so it's actually going to be able to do some shelling down here and hopefully acquire more kills as it goes on, which is great. But the nukes over this way are definitely at risk right now. That is... oh. There's a little close proximity there, bud. Might want to watch your fire. Check your fire there, my friend. What's going on over here? These guys are still stalling out. This has been a great defense over here this whole entire time. This has been fantastic. Fantastic. But yeah, this nuke business is troubling, although they're holding them back right now. So let's watch over here. We've got 1.7 million zombies remaining, 35,000 U.S. Army soldiers. The nukes are holding up perfectly. Nary a nuke lost, and there's still tons of zombies, obviously, 1.5 million, and this is holding up quite nicely as well. However, not a lot changing. Not a lot changing on the battlefield. I think maybe the U.S. Army has finally found their stopping point of the zombies and can get a victory here. I'm just going to go ahead and let this ride because I don't want to run out of storage space during this video, but we'll be back in just a minute. Alright boys, it's been about like 45 minutes here, and the defenders have lost most of this mountainside now, and the Sea Whizzes are in full form firing away. My cats are still fighting. They have knocked over my microphone like 10 times. They're little demons. Okay, either way, the Sea Whizzes here are firing away and just demolishing. A few of them have gone down, but for the most part, they're doing just fine. They're shredding, really. Oh my god, these cats. Holy cow, they are going nuts. Oh, lag. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Lag subsided. Good. How's it going over here? No, wait, this is not where we want to be. Where is it? Oh, right here. Oh! Wait, that's where the nukes were. The nukes are down too. And now the zombies are death charging up here, rounding the corner and going after the Honey Badger U.S. Army troops up this way. Holy cow, they're also on the left side over here, flanking around the back. The dual defenses here, one below guarding the flank of the Sea Whiz, and then one above it. Oh, things are getting spicy. Holy smokes. Okay. Let's watch these two paths here, because actually, yeah, look at this. The military zombies are just tearing through the modern U.S. Army soldiers right now. There's still 28,000 modern U.S. Army soldiers left alive and 1.16 million zombies left. Okay, about 15 more minutes have passed. These guys over here are still holding. The Sea Whizzes are as well on both angles, which is great. And they've got a little cannon fodder U.S. Army troops nearby to help them out. Up top here, these guys are also still chilling. They stopped the zombies, it seems. And now the zombies are all going to the south. So right now, this is the only spot where we're really seeing any action currently. Let's watch. Yeah. 25,900 remaining U.S. Army soldiers and 1.1 million zombies. Alright boys, the Sea Whizzes have taken some more losses, but they really have just lost their infantry and a few Sea Whiz machine guns between them, so the rest of the Sea Whizzes all seem okay. How's the top doing here? Is anyone even attacking? Oh yeah. Oh no, these are U.S. Army troopers. Never mind. No one's attacking here. I thought those were all zombies and had been taken over, but no. So the zombies really are just attacking the Sea Whizzes right now. Let's go ahead and let this play for a bit. I think this still could go on for longer. Alright, boys. It looks like the Sea Whizzes finally did end up going down here. And there's still a few of these guys here. It looks like a couple zombies dropped in and killed a bunch of them, but there's still a bunch of them still alive. And then the zombies are now fully cresting up the... Oh, lag. Oh my god. Lag. Oh. My computer does not like the top of the hill. Oh, we're good again. Okay. The top of the hill here is under attack for the first time. Oh my god, the lag. What the heck is happening? They are creating a nice little body pile here. And then also down below this way, there's still a bunch of U.S. Army soldiers because the zombies never came up this path all the way. So these guys are still chilling and getting a solid number of kills on zombies attacking them as well. So the mountain still stands for the U.S. Army with 19,000 soldiers remaining, but there's still 423,000 zombies remaining. Why don't we go ahead and let this ride? Let's watch the peak here grow in zombie bodies. God dang it, it's been like 5 minutes and for some reason it got like super laggy. I tried moving the camera around to get it unlaggied, but it never did. Let me see if minimizing it helps again. Okay, I got it back to normal speed, I think. I'm not gonna go to the peak again because that might have caused it. Let's watch down here at this next level instead for a little while. Sorry about that, guys. This game is finicky, to say the very least. Alright boys, another 10 minutes has passed and these guys are just cutting them down super easy, taking pretty much no losses over here. Let's try going to the peak again, and it seems fine actually. Another trickle in of zombies over this way. It seems like really the zombies aren't making much progress at all anymore on the peak of this battlefield. Bodies are all over the mountain. I'll let this ride for probably another hour. And just kind of see if any more progress is made during that time. And if not, we might just go ahead and drop the nuke on the mountain and, you know, call it, because there's barely any zombies remaining and almost no U.S. Army military personnel are dying. So, yeah, we'll come back and see just how it's going. Alright boys, 219,000 zombies remaining. It looks like they finally breached through here and are now pushing up this way. And 13,600 remaining U.S. Army soldiers. Up here, they're still holding fine. It's down here, more so, where they're actually taking a few losses here or there. So yeah, why don't we watch this, I guess. Alright boys, I think we are officially at stalemate territory here for the zombies. Actually, well, I think it's just a... stalemate's the wrong word. It's a guaranteed victory for the U.S. Army. They haven't lost anyone in a minute. They've been chilling at 13,000 for the past hour. They are building a body pile over here with no losses. And then down here, these guys over here are distracting the zombies and pretty much taking no losses while these guys get free shots on them. And there's only 190,000 zombies remaining, which is pretty much nothing. They're not going to be able to win this. So, why don't we go ahead and deploy the tactical nuke, baby, to finish the zombie apocalypse. Huge W for the modern U.S. Army here. They did a fantastic job. And this was a solid, like, 20-hour video. Absolutely insane. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.